And welcome to High Ground MTG. We have a special episode tonight. We've got a special guest up in my top left. I don't know where I'm pointing. Over there. You can see it. You're on screen. We've got Stan. Why don't you introduce yourself? I'm sure everybody.
Hey, party people, citizens of the High Ground Nation. I'm Stanislav from a podcast called The Dive Down, all about Modern and Pioneer. Very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. First Battlebond episode we have with a special guest. So thank you.
Yep, very very excited for that for sure.
I'm excited to set the bar for all future guests.
That's right.
I just realized I grabbed the wrong deck, so that's fun, but that's okay. This is the deck I'm going to be playing in my next video, so we'll just get some reps in.
Cool.
Look for that video in the future.
Yes.
I've got my hand. I've chosen to be on the play. I'm going to just jump right in.
All right. Kyle, can you see either of our hands, or are you just seeing the board?
I am just seeing the board. So I am a special commentator / just viewer. So I don't know what's going to be happening on either end. So
craziness.
Very fun.
Well, I'm going to do my best to make this as unfun for Caleb as possible.
Excellent. Go ahead. Thoughtseize me.
Right.
Thoughtseize me.
Yeah, let's see what you're up to. So, Kyle, I suspect that you can't see the hand. It's not revealed to the board. So I'm looking at two burglar rats, a cauldron familiar, and a disfigure. So we got cats and rats.
Triple swamp.
Very fun.
Huh. What the heck am I supposed to do here? Okay, I'm just gonna try to punch a hole in this hand. Let's get rid of disfigure.
All right.
It's your one removal spell.
Yep. I think you'll probably recognize this deck fairly quickly, assuming
I'm
I
guessing
get to play
this
things.
is like Modern Cat Oven is what we're trying to do.
Something like that.
If it's banned in one format, might as well play it in the other.
That's right. Funny enough, I started recording this video before that happened, so it's kind of hilarious that it did, and now this video is going to work out great.
Speaking of bans, I'm pretty convinced Wilderness Reclamation needs to get out of Modern.
You think so?
Played a game against it last night, and it was just it was such a miserable time. I got cryptic looped like super bad. Mystic Sanctuary totally fine, but no. Mystic
Sanctuary is the worst. It needs to go. You can play Wilderness Rec all day, but Mystic Sanctuary, no. No.
All right, Stoneforge from Stan.
Let's see. I'm already pretty low on life. I'm tempted to just like grab the Batterskull and try to like keep myself from dying out of nowhere. But I have a feeling that you're not really going to pressure my life total too hard. So we'll see. Only one way to find out.
That's right. Oh man, I wish it said random. I wish it said at random. That'd be much better here.
Cats and rats. The ultimate modern tribal deck. So Thoughtseize gone from Stan.
Yep.
Yeah, I've already seen Caleb's hand once. I don't need to see it again.
That's right.
I've got the reveal hand.
I've drawn two cards. You don't know.
That's true.
I could have all sorts of things. I just realized I'm covering your life total, so I'll have to just call it out every once in a while. Stan is at 12, for those of you wondering at home. Maybe I can I'll bring you down here. People won't be able to necessarily see the text, but then they can at least see your life total and graveyard and stuff.
All right, I have a question for you guys.
Yes.
Do either of you play with a gaming mouse?
I did, and then the scroll wheel went out on it, and so yeah, I stopped doing that.
No gaming mouse for me. I just use a Logitech MX2. What are you rocking?
I've got like this Red Dragon 3200 DPI mouse. It was a gift, but I'm like, I think it's made me a better Magic player just because like now I programmed it to hit like F1 and F2 with buttons on here.
That's smart.
That's such a
smart.
good idea.
So like I can use my other hand to fidget.
Nice. That's very smart. That's very smart.
Okay, so you're trying to duress me.
I am.
Especially when you're playing a control deck.
It's very important that I get this batter skull on the ground. So hopefully you didn't draw like a fatal push or something. For my precious germ token.
Germ token already updated with that double masters stamp on the side there.
All the kill spells. All the kill spells.
Yeah.
Getting rid of that Teferi. Don't like Teferi.
So he revealed Fatal Push, Eliminate, and Fatal Push.
Yeah. And I feel like that Eliminate can go. Why spend 2 mana when all of my 1 mana spells are live?
Right? All right. Well, I guess I can't attack in because, you know, reasons.
I will say I would have loved a land. Having a hard time finding a land.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay.
How many lands are you running in this Esper shell?
That's a great question. Let's take a quick look. I pulled this deck from this is Tuesday, August 4th, from today's deck dump. So I kind of just like downloaded it sight unseen because I thought it was a new Stoneblade variant.
Right.
Yeah.
It's running 23 lands. Which is probably right, maybe. It does have a 5 mana Teferi in the list, so like maybe that enough is worth that 24th land.
Yeah, I guess it probably depends on how many draw spells you're playing.
Yeah, I was gonna say also if they're running colonnades too, or any tap lands.
Are they? Let's find out. I really should have looked a little closer.
Stan is prepared,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, quite.
I'm just confident in my ability to play like these blue-white X decks.
What is this? What did Blightfang?
Okay, interesting. So currently, it looks like none of your creatures have Death Touch.
That is correct. Yet.
Okay. I'd love to see like a Ikoria Death Touch token.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Just gotta get some mutate happening.
That would be really spicy.
Oh man, I was trying to explain to someone how mutate worked the other day. that mechanic.
It's so easy, right? You put it on top or you put it on bottom. That's
sure, yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Getting in with Stoneforge, eh?
That Blightfang's got a big bud. 1/4.
It does. I don't know why a snake has so much toughness, but you know.
I mean, it sheds its skin.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a flavor.
Sure. Thing. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I know you have Fatal Push, so maybe it doesn't matter if I block. You can't power it up that I know of. You can't instant speed trade the Battle Skull unless you because you're not playing red. You can't.
I mean, he could have drawn a Simian Spirit Guide
and Magnetic Theft specifically.
Yeah. That's right. Or mutagenic growth. You don't know.
Yeah.
Storm count 5.
Always threaten Simian Spirit Guide.
Always.
That's right.
Oh man, I saw this great video. I don't know if you watch Marin MTG, but recently played a Simian Spirit Guide and taxes list that was pretty spicy.
Man, you're going wide, Spinymaus. Living up to that mouse name too. All these rats.
That's right. I've got the rats.
Flavor.
Well, you've got these weird Death Touch synergies, so I'm just gonna get the Death Toucher off the board ASAP.
Makes sense.
It's too late.
Good play.
I also realized, so I grabbed the wrong deck. But not only did I grab the wrong deck, when I said I grabbed the wrong deck, I also forgot that I grabbed a different deck than I thought it was grabbing. So this is fun.
This is completely untested.
Yep. This
is this also the wrong format?
Perfect.
Yes, pretty much.
Looking at a lot of standard stuff.
Yep. No, this is not the deck I thought it was, and also not the deck I meant to grab. So we're doing good here. I was
stand right back up to 20 life, just like that.
With that germ token. And with that swamp, I think we're gonna call it. I don't think I'm digging out of this.
Stand in love.
You saw it here
for the Dive Down Nation.
Yep.
Modern 1, banned standard 0.
Yep. We
are a modern channel, just FYI.
Yes.
Scoop the match.
I
That's
did.
how
I
you
did
know
scoop the
you
match.
really like
Yep.
pissed off the opponent.
Rage scoop. No, so I realized I was teaching someone how to play Magic today, for my job actually, which was super fun. And so I had the deck I was teaching him with as my main deck. And so I grabbed that instead of what I thought I was grabbing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I hear more about that? I'm genuinely curious what you do for work and how you're able to incorporate Magic into that.
So I work for a company that works with folks with developmental disabilities. And so as part of my job, I do a lot of weird things. And part of that's like community inclusion stuff. And he wants to be able to go down to the local game store and play Magic whenever that actually becomes a real thing again. And so we have it in this plan to help him learn how to play Magic so that when he goes, he can focus on making friends and getting to know people, and already knows how to play the game. So that is
I love that.
Yeah. So I got to teach Magic for pay today. That was pretty sweet. So
man, lucky.
I know, right? All right, let's choose a real deck.
That was a real deck. What are you talking about?
Sure.
If cards are getting banned out of a deck, it's something real.
That's true. I did play some banned cards. Just banned out of the wrong format. All right, let's try this again. I think I did it right this time.
There you are. Okay.
Here I am. That first one was a freebie for the viewers.
You gotta get a little appetizer going.
Yeah.
And now that Stan knows that there's 23 lands in his deck,
Yes. We were just
better hands.
We're just letting Stan test it out,
Right.
So I'm doing a new series. Probably won't come out till next week. But it's called Is This a Modern? And I'm taking modern and Pioneer, or sorry, not modern, standard and Pioneer decks, and just porting them straight over to modern, to see how good they actually do out of their native formats.
You're doing this with Pioneer, right? As well.
Standard and Pioneer. So the first deck is going to be the Rakdos Sacrifice deck, which did just take a banned hit. And then I'm actually thinking of doing the Inverter deck in Modern, just trying that out as well. So
that has been popping up. I've been seeing some Inverter decks in the 5.0 lists.
Yeah. So I definitely want to try it. See if it's worth playing in Modern.
All right. Good luck. Have fun.
Same to you.
I will have fun. Thank you. Got a Serum Visions, one of 60 arts.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that this deck is running Serum Visions over something like Op, just because I barely see any decks running Serum Visions anymore, especially if they don't have something like Thing in the Ice or Young Pyromancer.
Yeah.
All right, so Cat. We have a Landfall Cat.
Yep.
This is the problem with playing against high ground MTG guys. I never know what I'm supposed to do.
Yep.
And like I'm trying to play control here, so I'm like constantly evaluating like, does this card matter?
Does anything matter? Yep.
All right, let's see what you've got going on in there.
You got a Thoughtseize coming in?
Yeah.
Nothing I can do about that.
Okay, Ramanap, Excavator, and Growth Spiral.
That's right. So Kyle,
Excavator.
just because you can't see, I've got Hallowed Fountain, Ramen Up Excavator, Growth Spiral, Hallowed Fountain, and Windswept Heath is my hand.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm going to take the Growth Spiral.
All right.
And hope I can deal with the Excavator elsewise.
I mean, you've got a lot of kill spells. I think that makes sense. It's also I can't play it next turn because of lands, but oh, interesting. Okay.
And do you remember when that card was spoiled and we thought it was like in Crucible of Worlds was still like super expensive, and we just thought that card was just going to be like this huge thing, and it just never did anything.
I know. I got like a special like promo copy of the card.
Yeah, I remember like I was prioritizing it. I was like, I got to get my set before that spikes in price.
Absolutely.
Oh, young Kyle, you idiot.
Wow, this big cat.
Yep.
Down to 12.
Turn 2, 4, 5.
So, are you guys usually brewing up your own decks, or do you have a source?
We're a little bit of both. We like having meta and jank decks. So, whatever kind of... I just made like a Grixis Dragons list like a couple weeks ago. That was kind of like, all right, I'm just going to be this janky brew and play with this. And then obviously like I just played Eldrazi Tron like a couple weeks ago. So, it kind of depends. Spinymaus is more of the residential to jank brewer.
Yeah, I would say 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, so you brought in an untapped Hallowed Fountain. So I'm guessing you're going to try to use that land somehow, somewhere.
Somehow, somewhere. That is correct.
And I know you have Excavator in your hand.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you've got a counterspell ready for this.
Oh, Doctor, I will attempt to quell that spell.
Spell Queller. Spell Queller. All right.
Card's
all
so
right.
good.
I love Spell Queller.
Did you tell Stan about the fun interaction that you have with
oh, yes.
Harry's daughter, Nyambi?
Yeah. So I just played Nyambi Taxes a bit ago. Mm-hmm. And so you play Nyambi with Spell Queller, and you can bounce the Spell Queller with its ability on the stack. And it is so sweet.
Can I get the Oracle text on?
Oh, so Nyambi is a 2-mana, 1 white, 1 blue. And when it enters the battlefield, you may return a creature you control to its owner's hand. You gain life equal to the amount, or equal to its toughness. And it has flash. So you can flash it in, bouncing your Spell Queller back to hand.
Cool.
And then you actually have a Spell Queller up and ready to go for the next spell they try to cast.
And that spell just gets exiled.
Yeah, and it just gets exiled forever, which is great. I love that interaction with Spell Queller.
Stoneforge, what do you get here?
You know what? That's the hard decision. Because again, Batterskull is tempting just because like I'm at 9 life. Your cat is like surprisingly problematic. But I will say like I've got sort of Feast and Famine and Fire Ice in my deck. So like part of me is wondering whether I should grab SoFi just so I can like maybe try to kill this cat.
Yeah, that's certainly an option.
But I love cats. I have a cat.
Me too. Mine are both sitting. Actually, I don't know where they went. For some reason, they both like to go sit upstairs in the hottest room, and I do not understand it.
Cats love warmth.
It's 90 degrees. How warm do they need to be?
Just going with Batterskull, huh?
It's late enough in the game that like even if you get rid of my Stoneforge Mystic, I could probably hardcast it. Ugh, another cat.
It's just an 0-1.
It's just an 0-1. Just a little 0-1.
Are you guys excited about any of the double Horizon spoilers? Are you going to build Tron finally?
Yeah, Caleb, are you going to build Tron finally?
Never ever.
I'm the Tron player out of the two of us. I need to. I was looking up. I was just talking with Spinymaus about like the prices and paper. And I was like, yeah. So if I need to get box topper lands, I'm looking about what did I say? It was like they're like $30 a pop. Like
yeah,
the Tron land.
Yeah, the box topper ones.
You just gotta wait. Just gotta give it a minute. That's all.
I definitely think it's wild that they like reprinted everything for Tron in the set.
Yeah,
I was telling
so
like, Tron Masters.
Seriously though, seriously.
Got one of the memeiest Karns ever printed.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even more memeier than like Buddha Karn. Like I can't tell which one's a little sillier.
Yeah. Here comes the skull.
Yeah, I actually knew that I could hardcast it. I was just hamming it up for the fans.
Nice.
I figured when you blocked with Stoneforge, that was a pretty clear indication that I had incoming Batterskull.
Oh, a spirit that can't fly. How unfortunate. I always think it's so weird when spirits just don't automatically have flying.
No.
It's not right.
Yeah,
it's not.
Right.
It's not.
Flavor fail, everything.
It's like I feel that way about Soul Herder. Like Soul Herder even almost looks like it's hovering in the art.
Seriously though. Though it would probably be way too good if it did have flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are those decks? I haven't seen any Soul Herder dumps in a while.
I think there was another one in today's article.
Oh, interesting. Oh, this is that deck. I know what you're doing now. It took me a while.
The question is, does Stan know what I'm doing?
Okay, so do you have an infinite combo here?
I do. I have to wait a turn, sadly, but I do have an infinite combo.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Sure.
And damnation.
right. Could do it. I wouldn't mind getting my Ramanov Excavator back. I'd take it.
So I think I know what your last card in hand is. I'm pretty sure it's just a land.
Could be.
But I have an Inquisition to find out.
It is not a land. It is a Renegade Rallier.
Okay, let's get that out of here.
Yep. Makes sense.
But even if you untap, you win, right?
Yeah, if I untap, I have 2 infinitely big cats. Assuming you have no other kill spells or anything like that.
Ruin Ghost makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Okay.
Obviously, if you kill 1, then I don't win. If you kill the Ruin Ghosts, can't do the loop.
You know what? I'm just going to attack in good faith.
Yep.
And basically just hope you misplay.
It's not impossible. Okay. Honestly, it also may time out. Dude, that's always fun when I time out.
Did you draw a land? Did I miss that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You drew a plains, I believe?
I did.
Yeah. Snow-covered plains. Can we get back to non-snow-covered lands now that Astrolabe is out of the format?
No.
But I want to play with the dog planes, the puppy planes. That was really fun.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, I get it. I'm just dead. You're just gonna boost up whichever one I don't block.
Yep. Well, and they both infinitely get big, even because they both just trigger with the land. So that's the idea. Infinite.
Could you fill the ruin whatever land he targets in response? Well, I guess that wouldn't matter. The land would come back in.
Yeah.
unfortunately.
That was kind of what I was alluding to when I pondered maybe that Caleb would misplay, because I figured if he targeted a non-basic, maybe then I could just Field of Ruin it. But it sounds like it would still come in even if I Field of Ruin it.
Yeah, because it would I would get another landfall trigger, so I could untap my ghost, and then do it all over again.
Right. Okay.
So.
Who needs Splinter Twin when you have Coral Helm Ghost combo?
Exactly.
Way cheaper.
Yeah.
Technically,
it's also a 2-card combo. You do need other pieces technically to win, which I have a couple other pieces, but it is a 2-card combo that can go in. Let's see what's not good here.
That's what I want to know. Maybe I should have got that sword, actually. In retrospect, when I was debating between Batterskull and sword, like picking up cats seems like the actual move.
Yeah, that would have slowed things down a little bit.
Okay, lesson learned.
That's all right, Stan. You got him in game 1, match 1.
That's right. All that matters is match 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at my sideboard, and it is just like a bunch of dead cards. Like Aether Gust does nothing. Core Firewalker, Ceremonious Rejection. Like
those cards are good in so many other situations.
Yep.
I love Aether Gust. That card has become like a huge staple in my sideboard now.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere in Modern at this point.
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons I love playing Jank too, is because like people go to sideboard and they're like, "What do I even do?" Like, I didn't prepare for this.
Yeah. What's the plan, Stan?
Figuring out what to cut, always the hard part.
Indeed. I think I tend to over sideboard more than anything. I'm trying to work on that, but sometimes it's like, oh, all these cards are good. I'm just going to take them all, and that's probably the wrong strategy. But
nah, do it.
I already submitted. I'm locked in.
That's one of the things that I love about playing like certain mid-range decks. Like I hate Jund. It's one of my least favorite decks in Modern because I honestly I just suck against it.
Yeah.
But like when we did our Jund deck dive for the podcast, the dive down, one of the things that I really enjoyed was like games 2 and 3. I'm bringing in 10 cards just because it's like this is good. This is good.
Yeah, that decision tree is a.
I love playing against Mill because you just literally get to bring in everything. You're just like, okay, all 15 sideboard cards in, done, easy.
This is kind of hard, but I think I have to go for it.
You know what sideboard you don't really need to worry about is when you play a Karn the Great Creator package. And then it's like, I get to choose 3 cards. They're bringing 3 Nature's Claims.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Mycosynthelatus so much.
Man.
I wish they'd unban that. Cowards.
I was so surprised when they banned that. Like I get that it's miserable, but I think like it's just
Isn't
a win
it
condition.
more miserable to just play against Tron indefinitely? I mean,
well, yes, Tron is just miserable. That is true.
Greatest deck.
I think I'm going to actually like take the coupon code Double Masters 2XM and get Tron in Modern because it's like one of the things that I appreciate about it is like it's probably here to stay now forever. You know?
Yeah.
The days of thinking Tron might eat a ban I think are long behind us at this point. But also it doesn't really cannibalize any other decks, including other decks that I play. So like I know I can kind of just like put Tron into a deck box and it'll sit there forever. And
yeah, you never have to like trade out cards or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you want like to upgrade your arts, but I need to get the new Ugins. That's also another crazy thing too, is that they just like reprinted the Ugins as well. So like I just looked up the price of Karns and they're in the $30 range and they used to be like in the $70, $80 range. So, oh my God. You've just been reprinted into the ground. It's fantastic. So makes me wonder if we'll see an uptick in Tron and Tron players in the metagame, since it'll be a lot cheaper to buy into.
Yeah, I think so.
Thinking here.
Resolve. I actually can't interact with it on the stack.
Okay.
Surprisingly for a blue-white deck, this Esper list, not a ton of like stack-based interaction, mostly just like hand disruption and removal.
Yeah.
That's what I've always found interesting about like leaning into those colors is like I feel like you have to pick one or the other and like lean heavy into that. Like either it's hand disruption or it's counter spells. Like, are you reactionary or, proactive about things?
Okay.
Castle Ardenvale.
Probably could have got a Godless Shrine and avoided a tapped land.
Indeed. Well, it's hard to know. I'm assuming you picked it because you didn't know what you were going to draw.
No, I just didn't really think it through.
Oh, no, fair.
Are you playing any Shark Typhoons in this list, Stan? Do you know?
Not here. And I think what I've learned playing blue-white is like that 3 CMC slot is kind of where Shark Typhoon fits in. So you sort of have to like decide whether you want Spell Queller, Typhoon, or in some cases Archmage's Charm.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, for whatever reason, the like architect or pilot of this deck, they made it to the 5-0, like went with Spell Quellers, and that was one of the things that drew me to it. I really like Spell Queller in particular.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's been one of my favorite cards since it got printed. I love spirits and super fun. I don't want you to do that.
I hate you so much. I hate Veil of Summer so much.
Killer. So good.
I mean, you've got like a million kill spells. That's, I faded one.
Yeah.
Not to play Veil of Summer too strong.
Veil of Summer's fine.
All right, well, if Veil of Summer's fine, Mystic Sanctuary is totally fine.
Mystic Sanctuary is too good.
No, it's the same argument with Veil of Summer.
Okay, here's the thing. If you agree to ban Veil of Summer, I will ban Mystic Sanctuary, and all will be well in the Magic world again.
Why don't you like Mystic? Just because counter spells every turn get old?
Yeah. It is just like the most miserable thing to play against.
Spinymaus also doesn't play a lot of blue decks, so
I don't.
I just listened to the Dive Down's deep dive on the card Mystic Sanctuary. Check it out if you haven't. You guys made a lot of really great points.
Thank you.
So I just thought it was like I think people think that infinite loop like happens all the time, but it's just like I love that you guys are just like, yeah, it's not as common as you feel like it happens, I mean,
totally. I know that it's not like always a thing. It's just when it is miserable.
You don't have to tell me. That was Wilderness Reclamation. Stupid card.
Once upon a time, there was a card called Oko Thief of Crowns.
I thought you were going to say Once Upon a Time.
They did coexist, in fact.
Yeah.
And during the Oko era, and you may totally remember all of this, but creatures were really bad. And as a result, because Oko just erased every text box.
Right.
So as a result, you got to play creatures that were sort of bad on rate, because the worst thing that could happen to them was they would turn into an elk. Oh, that has reach. That's great.
Everybody forgets it has reach, but yes, it does.
It isn't a tree. So, and what I'm getting at is in that Oko era, I was playing Blue Red Delver, which would have 4 Delver, 4 Young Pyromancer, because go ahead, turn my tokens into an elk.
Right.
I'm up on that exchange. And at that time, that deck was designed to do the deprive loop, because it was super low to the ground, and it was running 3 deprive and maybe 1 or 2 cryptic commands. And I kind of feel like that's the difference between today's blue-white controls and like some of those early deprived decks, whereas like blue-white control now, even with Mystic Sanctuary, has like maybe 2 cryptic commands. 3 is like the most I ever see, and that's rare. Yeah, and it's not really designed to loop them. It's kind of just designed to do blue-white Stoneblade things.
Yeah, I for me, it's always been just like it's given like I play a lot of blue-red, and for me, it's just giving me that little bit of extra reach when you're kind of you're depleted on, you know, resources, because you can only stall out so long, you know, and it's just that extra little edge. But like I can see where people get upset where they think it's an infinite thing, but
for sure.
And there's definitely ways around it. It's one of those things, I think, for me, that it's just like, I don't know if you've won, and so I'm gonna have to play this out. It's very unlikely, but like I have to play it out because it feels like there's a chance. You know what I mean? Like, right. It's not an infinite loop. It can be disrupted. You have to keep drawing stuff, but it definitely does not feel great. Here comes the push. Why don't you let me have my Ruin Ghost? What did Ruin Ghost ever do to you?
You know why. You know what you did.
That ghost knows what it did.
Caleb still has 2 cards in hand. There's a very decent chance that they're just 2 lands, but I have to be careful and find out for sure.
It's true. It's true. One of them is not a land.
Oh, hello. So it's Night of Autumn and the Basic Plains.
Yep, Night of Autumn, Basic Plains.
Okay.
Yep, I was saving that night. I've had him for quite a while. He's just been hanging out.
Yeah, can't attack into a 1/4. Sad.
Indeed.
Yeah, putting that counter on the Grazer is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Heads up play.
Yep.
Kyle, to your point about the Snowlands, I was never the type of person to like play them for the like incremental advantages they provide.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I do love this specific art of Modern Horizons Snow Plains, just because they're so easy to find in paper when you're fetching.
Oh, yeah.
When I play blue-white in paper, I'll have like normal islands, but these copies of Plains, just because like there it is. And I don't have to do white border shenanigans with a monster.
Next level cheat code.
Indeed.
Okay.
Searching up a land.
I think this time I will get a Godless Shrine.
I need to draw something other than lands over here. That'd be pretty okay.
You both each have 1 card in hand. Well, Stan has 2 now, but
Yep.
Okay, if you have another Night of Autumn, I'm going to lose my friggin' mind.
Batterskull. I don't have a Night of Autumn. I don't know if this will make you any happier.
Ugh. Yeah, it doesn't.
Tovin's veto.
Okay. Now we're in a bit of a stalemate here.
We are.
Caleb's gonna start getting in his chip shots from the Grazer here.
I could. I mean, he could block it though, and you know, I don't want that.
Yeah, but that's not a wise move. Blocking a Grazer.
No,
you don't want to make a Grazer mad.
Oh God.
Just gonna do some things.
Retreat to Kazandu.
This is an interesting deck, and
put a 1/1 counter. You gain 2 life. Landfall.
Mm-hmm.
So at most, it just becomes a 2/5 here, right? By the looks of it. Whatever. I'm not gonna risk it.
No blocks.
No.
Alrighty. Chipping in for 1.
So now, where did you get inspiration for this deck? Was it a Masters of Modern? Did Kes Wiley post something about that combo.
Yeah, Kess posted about the Ruin Ghost plus Coral Helm, and I was like, huh, that is an interesting interaction that I've never seen anyone do anything with in Modern. So I had to try it out for myself.
That's what you do when you have a YouTube channel.
Yep.
I love that.
And just it comes with some sweet cards. Originally, Kyle knows this. I originally made this with Astrolabe, and it was 4 colors. I added black, so I also had Get Rug Monster and Landfall Demon guy. What's his face? You know what I'm talking about.
Landfall Demon guy.
Landfall Demon guy. Yep.
Yep. Also a Planeswalker. Obnixilis. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yep. He does not have flying. He's a demon without flying. Just like Ruin Ghost is a spirit.
It's wrong.
It is wrong. It is wrong.
The theme is that all flying creatures don't have flying.
Yeah. So you could play 4 colors with Astrolabe. Astrolabe was great in this deck, and I was very sad that it got banned because I was literally in the middle of recording this video.
What's extra sad and funny is that we had somebody ask about that video.
Yeah, I know.
I played against the co-host.
Yeah.
Is the video going to be up soon? And I asked you, and you're like, yeah, it should be up by next week. And then they literally banned Astrolabe like the next day.
Yep.
It's like, well, it's going to be longer than
so much for that. I'm going to gain some life here. And hopefully stop drawing land.
One card in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you decide to gain life instead of just suiting up your Grazer?
I mean, he's already a 2/5. How much bigger does he need to be?
Taking your time.
Yep. I also am wary of Stoneblade coming in and wrecking my life. I guess you don't have Batterskull anymore. I don't know if you have a way to get it out of the graveyard, but I don't want to take those chances.
I barely know what cards are in my deck, but I don't think I have that. I don't think I have that going on.
This is where a Leyline of Anticipation would be great. And then you just flash it. And you just flash in a Batterskull.
Making a human.
Huh.
Uh-oh.
Very inquisitive, huh?
Yep. I heard that, huh? I heard it.
The huh heard around the world.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to let you bait out a Thoughtseize by holding the land in your hand. I'm not going to let you do it. I know you want to. I got the Soul Read.
I would never. I'm incentivized to play my lands now, so.
Down to 9.
True. So are both of you guys in the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah.
Same town. We actually live in the same hometown. That's how we met. Actually, we started working at a restaurant together, and then we kind of started talking about our hobbies and our nerdy interests. And Caleb had mentioned that he played Magic, and I was like, oh, that would be really fun to get back into that because I hadn't played since like middle school and high school. And then I just remember going out and buying a ton of like booster packs and like starter sets.
Yes.
Thinking like an 8/8 with trample for like 8 was an insanely good creature.
Right.
A tale as old as time.
Countering my Grazer.
Ooh. Man, Brazen Borrower. Remember when this card was like so many people were wishy-washy on it? Nobody.
Yeah, those people were silly.
It was a renegade rallier this whole time.
Indeed it was. Let's get back this.
That's good.
Yeah, I love Renegade Rallier. I've wanted this card to be good for a long time. It has not done anything in Modern. But someday.
Wasn't it in Sun Titan for a little while?
I played it in Sun Titan. I don't know if anyone else did.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering. You're like janky, like Sun Titan brew.
That was sweet though, because you could Sun Titan back a Renegade Rallier, and then Renegade Rallier back something else. Like you had this whole line going. It was great.
Value train.
Yeah, see, and this is why I gained life, because
yeah. Yeah, now I understand.
Yep. Because I knew the game was far from over.
More hmms from our opponent Stan.
Yeah, so when I drew that Brazen Borrower, that was when I made my first
Spinymaus fetching and shocking. No, not shocking.
No, not shocking.
No
shocks necessary.
You're fetching Grange?
Fetching the Grange.
Grange needs to be banned. It's too powerful.
Fetchable. Yes. A fetchable planes that gives you a +1.
Come on now.
You have to have a creature in play at least. At least.
And you need to have some sort of spirit or sorcery in the graveyard, at least.
Yeah, that's definitely the same. Definitely the same.
Get rid of Green. Get rid of Utopia Sprawl. That's what I'm saying.
Have you guys had... Oh, hold on. Wait a second.
Oh, that's right. You're a fan of Green Moon.
Yeah, I am a fan of Green Moon. You don't like Ponza, do you?
Oh, there was like a 2-3 week period where like every deck I was playing against, first thing, Arbor Elf, Utopia Sprawl, and I just kept getting like, just destroyed every time. So sure. I've got a chip on my shoulder for Ponza.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and then I was like, can you guys do an episode on Ponza? And you're like, we already did it. And I was like, oh, sweet. I'm going to listen to this and try to figure out how to beat this.
How do I beat Ponza?
I did think it was really interesting. You guys were talking about how like even the best value is getting out like the Glory Bringers, and even that isn't like a guaranteed win sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
All right, Brazen Borrower flashed in here.
So you've got a lot of power on the board. So
yeah,
this is getting dicey.
Spinymaus with 0 cards in hand as well.
This is true. I do have 0 cards in hand.
Oh, hello.
Uh-oh.
I think it's over.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Don't say that.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's really good.
That's a good
deck. Okay. This is any target, eh? Any target.
Yeah.
Even you.
Even me. Even me.
It's real good.
Let's see. So that's 4, 9, 12. So let's see, and I'm at 8. 4, 9, 12. I'm at 8, so I'll be at 10. Yeah, that's it. That is it.
Editor Borrower.
Love a game 3.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, those are some tight plays.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Stan is at 7 minutes and you're at 11.
Oh, I wasn't even watching the clock. That's
me neither.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we? You want to change up a couple of things here? Maybe take out one of those for one of those. Yeah, we'll try it like that. I do like though that we're both playing like kind of unknown decks. Like obviously like Stoneblade is a thing, but this is like a different version of it. So we got some spicy decks in play.
Yeah, some real meatballs.
Indeed.
Kyle, what would you be playing if you were in Caleb's seat today?
So if I was in Caleb's seat, I'd probably be playing some sort of Blue Moon deck, and I don't know, maybe a Tron list. So those are kind of some of my faves. I was super stoked when Astrolabe got banned, and then I was quick to make the Imperion Ad cap combo video. Super quick. That one was really, really fun to play.
Yeah, I love that about Blue Moon is that like just sometimes out of the sideboard you bring in what is it like 6 cards? No, 5 cards, 4 Madcap, 1 Empyrean.
And you just get him. There's a few games where I was like,
do something.
No one's playing Path. A braid has made it a little worse though. I will say a lot of red decks playing braid, but
makes sense.
Oh man, I was playing the Stoneblade tokens list, and Grixis control with a K command. They like got one of my tokens and they blew up my sword.
Oh,
no, they got rid of Stoneforge and they blew up my sword. It was so bad. My ghosty.
Yeah, I had to get rid of the combo, but you still have like very good cards that make me nervous.
So Inquisition,
nothing could go wrong. Nothing could go wrong.
Rallier.
Yeah, I guess Kyle. So just so you are aware, we got Gross Spiral, Path, and Renegade Rallier. Oh, you just said that.
Yeah. Okay. I have the game log going, so I can.
Oh, I see. That's where.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
MTGO. What a great platform.
Right.
Great client.
It is right.
My favorite.
Let's see MTG Arena do that.
Yeah,
I've been dipping my toes in Arena a little bit for a couple of reasons. One is to try to future-proof myself.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, what happens when like all the pioneers finally ported to Arena and I don't have any Arena cards?
Right.
I'm just hoping for rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how effective this is because I felt like it was on the bubble, but
I've seen a lot of people bring that in against me. That is, or for this deck. This is a graveyard deck. I will. It is absolutely graveyard.
Because like I know you got Rallier in your hand. I know you have Ewit in your deck now.
Yep. Yeah, that's a main board card for sure.
Good play.
It is a good play.
Oh man.
And that good play is completely negative.
I mean, you made me do it. Like you made me spend my Night of Autumn.
That's absolutely true.
I don't think it was wrong. I don't think it was wrong at all.
So Stan, you were talking about Arena.
Oh yes. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to future-proof myself a little bit, and like both platforms have their strengths and weaknesses, but going from Arena to MTGO is like being a marathon runner and then like trying to do a mile with like a limp, just because like MTGO is so slow compared to Arena.
Another one.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And I really do think that like in a perfect world, if I got my wish, we would have like Mana Trader style rental services or like some kind of like MTG Arena subscription accounts where I could play any deck in Modern. Like I want Modern on Arena, and I think that would be the best of like all worlds.
Honestly, basically. I think that would be the most incredible thing. I would probably stop playing MTGO if they could do it on Arena. But
I'm just hoping at some point they'll do some sort of like trade in your stuff or whatever.
Are you playing any historic, Stan? I know that I'm trying to make that the most comparable thing to Modern.
Yes. In fact, like that's all I do when I play Arena. I mean, like maybe sometimes I'll do like a quick draft, but for me, the only appeal of Arena is just like best of one historic, just because I had a bit of a collection from like a long time ago. I was in one of the early Arena betas, and then like I was playing it around the time of Guilds of Ravnica Standard.
Nice.
Caleb, I have good news. I don't think I can recover from here.
Yeah.
You've applied a lot of early pressure, and I've actually drawn like nothing but lands.
Oh man. I was wondering if there was like a wrath over there that was about to happen to me or something.
No wraths in the 75.
Oh wow. Okay.
Really? Not even a supreme verdict, huh?
I would hope for at
so.
least a settle.
Damnation or something, yeah.
Nope. Nothing.
Well, damnation.
Just core firewalkers.
Well, you gotta have those core firewalkers. I mean,
yeah, I mean, burn is out of control.
I mean, that blitz deck actually is really taken off.
Yeah, for sure. Well, just burn in general.
I don't know if you've run into it lately, but
listen, I don't know how soon this video is coming out, but if this video comes out before Friday, I will give you the scoop that we're talking blitz on the next episode of the Dive Down. So if it comes out after Friday, that's something that your fans can check out too.
This should air tomorrow. I don't think I'll need to do too much editing, except for to cut out all my misplays. But other than that,
Right. Well, you saying that High Ground is fantastic, and
yep,
everyone should subscribe.
Yeah, I can endorse that. I can
Excellent.
endorse the High Ground subscription.
Thank you. And we can certainly endorse a Dive Down one because we are. So.
Love that.
All right,
this little modern family.
Yes. You got time for one last go?
Sure. I'll even switch up my decks.
Excellent. I will as well. Let's play this one. I haven't tried this in a while. This should be fun.
Bring it.
That's what we like to hear.
I can't promise it's good, but it is fun.
So I'll just say, I'm playing a blue-red control style deck now, and
Okay.
I often gravitate toward control style decks.
Okay.
Not exclusively, but there's something about blue mana that just calls my name.
Yeah.
And this is by a pilot named, I think it's Sven Cedersman, who appears in the 5.0 lists a lot with an adventure style blue-red control deck.
Oh, interesting.
And I've never
with
played
Haggle and the Brazen Borrower. The
not
Giants.
so much Haggle, but Bone Crusher, Brazen Borrower, and Sven really likes Royal Scions too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I've been meaning to give it a shot, and once again, we had a list in the 5.0 dump, so I was like, let's just give it a shot for High Ground.
Absolutely.
The High Grounders.
We can ask you this, Dan. What should we call, our group, our followers? Yeah. That
You're
giant
trying to
fan
figure
base we
out.
have.
I was like, we call them groundlings. Is that
Groundlings,
Oh, you're gonna get
grounders.
sued. That's the thing, right? Isn't that a comedy group or a comedy theater?
Oh, is it?
upright? Yeah, the groundlings.
Okay. So we got to go with grounders, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds like baseball players. I don't know if that's.
I just think of this TV show. I don't know. It's The 100. I don't know if either of you watched any of that. Man, this deck hates me. Okay.
I'm looking at 5
I
cards.
guess we're keeping this. Well, you're definitely going to see what I'm playing pretty quick here.
Okay. Turn 1, Tron Land.
Never.
Oh my gosh.
Never, ever.
I would just be shocked.
So Tron has always been kind of my nemesis deck, way back when. Mostly because I play really dumb mid-range decks most of the time, and those always lose to Tron. So
Nice.
Tron has just always been my nemesis, and I've always given Kyle a hard time for playing it.
Yes.
I totally feel you, and it wasn't until I played Tron, and I only played it for the podcast for science, that I was like, I think I actually understand what this deck is all about, and really how beatable it is, and some of its vulnerabilities.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because even things like playing Stony Silence or Collector Oof effects, so strong against Tron, can really shut that deck off for a while.
Yeah. I've gotten salty quite a few times from Stony Silence. Kodrosha Rebirth here.
Yes. Oh, don't counter this.
Counter.
Okay.
I don't know if I can.
Okay.
Here comes the force of negation.
Yeah, right? To make me cry a little bit. Because I already had to sacrifice my Memnite.
I was kind of fishing for that.
I have to do it though. Like I can't not do it. So
Speaking of expensive cards, Mishra's Bauble looks like it's dropped in price.
oh yeah,
I saw it came down to like $9 since Double Masters came out. So, and it was sitting around like 20. So, anyone's been thinking about playing Grixis Death Shadow or any kind of Lurish Jund deck, I would say look into getting your baubles here soon.
and now's the time.
I almost misclicked out of my turn.
Oh,
that was a close one.
I was gonna say, do not have a land after that too.
And in fact, I don't. But that's one of the risks of my gaming mouse. Is like sometimes I just get trigger happy.
We've all done that. Remember Caleb when you first started playing Moto?
Oh my god, it was so bad.
Like 2 turns.
So often. All right. Well, we're gonna try this. See what happens.
All right, get your free mana. Get your Manamorphose.
Yes. Manamorphose on a stick.
Glad that they reprinted that too here. Didn't this just get banned out of a format? I
think it was suspended in Historic.
Okay.
Was it? Okay. It's not kicked. Because sadly, you can't kick a Goblin Bushwhacker with Burning Tree. Because it causes double red.
All right, one time, Anger the Gods off the top.
No, I know,
Do you
right?
run the other Bushwhacker?
Oh, well, maybe.
I have to assume.
That would be a safe assumption.
It's a little bit of sack and whack going on here.
Oh, that title is so bad. I did. I can't fault you for calling it what it is.
So.
Yep. Oh, the stomps.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I have been really enjoying Bone Crusher Giant and Stomp in giving some versatility to blue-red decks.
I remember like when that card first came out, people were like down on it for being too mana.
I feel like a lot of people were just struggling to evaluate adventure cards in general.
Yeah, I think that's probably a big part of it.
Yeah, I mean, 2-for-1s are good. And I think that's kind of what we had to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
That like even a shock, 2 mana for a shock is often good enough. Like Modern, I think, is where it has the hardest time. But
yeah,
like even here, like knowing that I can present a threat.
Yeah, I mean it's modality, right? Like, it's having the ability to say I could do this or that. I'm not just giving up something by playing this card.
I think one of my favorite things too is even when you are able to play the giant side, like even if it's targeted by your opponent, you're able to get a little bit of value off of it because they're gonna take some damage too.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
All right, we're coming in.
Yeah,
one way or another.
Taking a lot of damage.
I mean, you've got your Bone Crusher Giant
down to 10.
True. That's true. Bone Crusher's coming soon.
And honestly, this deck has to win real fast or it doesn't. That's.
Oh, and you're out of cards.
I am.
I did not realize that. That makes me feel a lot better, actually.
So you're fine.
All right, go ahead, attack.
I think I will not attack. Sadly.
Ooh, and you don't have Embereth mana yet.
I don't. If I did have Embereth mana, I would 100% attack. I need one more mountain.
Caleb, you should just be playing Embercleave.
Yeah.
Probably not a bad idea in this deck.
What does that card even do? I know it was like a big thing in Standard. Everyone was complaining about it.
It's like double red, you flash it in, it's giant sword. Something.
Sure. Checked out.
Yep.
I've never cast an Embercleave actually, so I've been blown out by it on the historic arena ladder, but yeah, I think it gives creatures a creature double strike maybe or trample.
I think it's double strike. I can't remember. I did build like mono red in arena for a little while, and I was playing Embercleave, but I can't remember what it does. So
coming in. Yep.
Block in.
As I suspected. Got double bolt to back it up as well.
Better.
Double shock.
Bounce your token.
Bounce my token. How you bounce the one you blocked?
Yeah, I just wanted my Bone Crusher to survive. I guess
He's
it was going
4/3.
to no matter what.
Yeah. I was going to say he's a 4/3.
You don't have to be good at Magic to start a podcast. That's a common misconception.
Nope. If anyone has watched my videos, you can for sure tell that.
Plays left and right.
Oh man.
I started doing this thing where like I zoom in on my face every time I misplay, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah.
Bomat Courier.
Okay.
My favorite is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My favorite is when I forget to crack my fetches. When my opponent plays like Leonin Arbiter or a what's the Planeswalker that does that as well?
Oh, I'm just dead here.
I mean, unless you have something in hand, which you have 5 cards, so.
Yeah, but Spell Pierce doesn't do anything against you.
This is true.
Here. I guess that doesn't do enough.
No, because he's at 4.
I can't block a groundling.
Right. Brazen Borrower.
Oh, that's right. Only can block
How good are you?
flying creatures.
None. Play your borrowers now.
Okay, let's go to game 2. I think I can do better next time.
Okay, I believe it.
I kind of feel like this should be a favorable matchup for me, just because like I have all these bolts, and like spot removal cards. Should I bring Blood Moon in against you?
Yes, 100%.
Turns off Castle Umbra.
That's right. I don't have a Castle Umbra anymore. I think it makes perfect sense.
House of the Void 0.
Didn't see a lot there.
Man, I really need to build Mono Red Prison again.
I will be right back. I have to go take care of something real quick.
All right, cool. This gives me a full 2 minutes to think about my sideboard decisions. The hardest part of Magic.
Do you ever just like say, I'm running out of time, I'm just gonna have like 62 cards on my main board and just go for it?
I should.
Sometimes I do that and I'm like, 61, that's fine. Like
I'm a big fan of just like yanking out a basic land. Especially if I'm on the draw, but like even right now on the play, I think I'm just gonna go for it.
It's a good plan, especially against Path to Exile decks.
Right, which I suspect my mono red opponent is.
Oh my goodness. So you guys are gonna be talking about Blitz. That sounds very fun.
Yeah, it's a deck that's like near and dear to a lot of our hearts, and like has been basically since forever. We've always really liked the prowess creatures.
Totally.
And it's really cool that like the deck has like 4 different forms now. So we went for something totally, and we went for something a little bit ambitious on this episode, and we tried to actually talk about all 4.
Ooh, that's really exciting.
Yeah, rather than your classic like single deck dive, we're diving into like a little subgenre of modern.
Yeah, because wasn't it just like a few weeks ago you guys were talking about Blitz, you guys were playing it, and you guys were like, I'm not sure, it's not quite there, and trying to figure out, because we were talking about Stormwing Entity. I remember you guys talking about that and trying to figure out like what the right cards to add to that was.
Yeah, we were like, Dave in particular has been working on the deck for
all right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
A few weeks now. No worries. Yeah, he's been working on the deck for a few weeks, and he got to the point where he was just going infinite in the MTGO leagues, just like 3-2, 3-2, 3-2. And just like every time he free rolled, he just would run it back, and he's kind of become like the blue-red master.
Love it. Yeah, there's always going to be some like fun blue-red deck. I mean, who's going to fill Arclight's grave, you know?
Okay.
Gelding turn.
For our opponent.
So, Stan, I'm sure you've probably talked about this in the dive down, but I do not remember it if you did. How did you get into Magic? What sucked you in?
Okay, don't try to distract me with these like vexing devil decisions with questions about
I don't know about
MTG nostalgia.
As we sneak a vexing devil into the
Yeah.
It doesn't have haste, right?
It does not have haste. Sadly, okay. That would be very strong.
That'd be pretty good.
Yep.
I'd play that.
4-3-1 with haste.
Yep.
No downside.
I mean, the downside is your opponent could make you sack it, but
okay.
Spell snare.
You have vexing devil.
What got so you have a bolt.
So I do you wish to take 4 damage? No. I first learned to play Magic when I was like in 7th grade. But it didn't really take. Like, I loved it and I was enamored with it, I want to say, up until like my freshman year of high school, so like up until 9th grade. Right. But I didn't have an income. My parents weren't like particularly supportive of it as a hobby for me, so they weren't going to like give me money to buy cards or packs.
Right.
And my high school, the cool thing is like it had a Magic club, but
that's really cool.
The uncool thing is like some of the people there were not very nice to me, so I was more or less like bullied out of Magic club. And essentially just like a oh god.
Caleb, stop distracting.
I'm
making him relive harsh bullying.
I was going to say I'm bullying him out of Magic Club again.
It's wrong.
No, it's all in good fun.
Yes.
Yeah, so bullied out of Magic Club. Pretty much like quit playing Magic at that point. And never really picked it back up for a long time. Like, God, at least 10 years, I want to say. And then there was one point in my young adulthood, I had already graduated college. I think I was working in like a PR agency or something at the time. I have a content and media background.
Okay.
And I was hanging out with a buddy of mine on a lovely Saturday or Sunday afternoon, and like we're probably like kicking back a couple cold ones.
Love Capri Sun.
Yeah, and so we were chilling, having a laugh, and he and I were both kind of like aware of Magic because of our history with it, and we knew some people who played it, and like I don't remember the exact specific motivation, but one of us, I think it was me, but one of us said, dude, let's walk over to that comic book store down the street and buy some like intro decks and play some Magic.
Nice.
And I still remember the deck I got. It was like Journey into Nyx Black-White Enchantment deck.
Oh, sweet. I think I remember that one. I think I remember that intro deck.
Yeah. And I bought it, and I mean, I just haven't looked back since. And that's also like the era of Magic we were in. Like it was right around like the end of original Theros. I don't think cons had come out yet. So like it was just on the cusp of like this big, I don't know, like a lot of really good sets. Like the whole cons block, I still think is pretty amazing.
Yeah, for sure. One of my favorites.
It's really funny. That's kind of when you and I started playing. Was I remember like M15 was out, and then I started watching videos, and then cons block dropped, and then I remember buying an insane amount of Fate Reforged decks, hoping to rip open an Ugin. I don't think I ever did, but
I did. Dude, not only did I open an Ugin and just a Fate pack, I was doing it. I cracked it open while like playing Pack Wars to teach someone MTG.
Oh my gosh.
And we finished our Pack Wars, and then I just like, I hadn't gone through the entire booster pack, and I just like picked it up and looked at the bottom card, and it was just like an Ugin staring back at me. Fun moment.
I do remember ripping open my first Planeswalker, and it was Nissa Worldwaker, and I remember being a new player and being like, oh my gosh, I want a Planeswalker so bad. And I bought a pack at Target because it was just there, and come home and I open it, and it's a foil Nissa Worldwaker, and I just like lose my mind. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, and at the time it was like pretty expensive too, because I think it was seeing some standard play.
Yeah.
But as a kitchen table player Magic, I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I think the first Planeswalker I ever opened was Sorin, Solemn Visitor. Like right when cons came out, I bought some of those cons packs from a Walgreens. I remember the Walgreens I bought that pack from even.
Nice. I first started it was actually Mirrodin Besiege is when I first got into Magic. So I think my first Planeswalker was like Garruk. Or Garrick, or however you pronounce his name. Now I have like 3 playmats thanks to Kyle.
That's right.
Will you let me begin the combats? Oh, you do.
Yeah, I was really hoping to use that Aether Gust on your Vexing Devil.
Oh, yeah.
That Vexing Devil, still a problem.
Oh, man.
Good tech. I was kind of joking when I said Kozilek's return, but...
No, it was basically it.
Yeah, it's very possible this devil just kills me next turn.
Caleb, cards in hand.
I am.
Flame Sweep, interesting.
Yeah, I've not seen that card in a while.
It's been a while. I recently opened another Ugin from my Core 21 pre-release pack.
Nice. Ugins everywhere. Well, you're almost there. You got 2 Ugins, Tron.
I traded the first one to build Stoneforge, actually, to build Stoneblade when Stoneforge was unbanned. A friend of mine was getting rid of his. I gave him Ugin, so now he built Tron, and basically I've just been following in his footsteps now that I think about it.
All right, viewers, help Stan build Tron. Send him all of your mismatched Tron lands. He's ready.
No, I won't accept it. I'm looking forward to building Tron with it, like any copy of a Double Masters card.
Shark Raccoon.
That is available for Tron. I want to use it and then just kind of like smugly refer to it as a Double Masters block constructed deck. Nice. I clearly have like the whole joke in my head.
Right, perfect. I was so disappointed when they decided to use like the 8th edition art, even though that we have the sweet promo art online. I just thought it was such a wasted opportunity.
Yep.
All right, we got Annex.
This is the real powerhouse of the deck. That's Annex.
Ugh.
Right.
It's over.
Okay. Sweep away.
I have 3 remands and 2 lands.
Oh,
so
no.
Even if I tried like some Mystic Sanctuary stuff.
Yep.
I can't.
Oh man.
I can't do it.
Man. Annex whack.
Right click.
Taking
concede.
Oh man.
Hey, Caleb, it was a pleasure losing to you. As the host of the show, I think it's only right that you should win.
Sure. We all know Stan was going easy on me.
Yeah, we talked about this. You're supposed to let the guest win.
Let the Wookiee win. Oh man. Well, those are some fun games.
Oh, it really was, and a welcome reminder that I probably shouldn't be playing Blue Moon.
To be fair, I think Annex Whack actually has a decent shot against Blue Moon style decks, mostly because like counter spells don't do a ton. / you have to have the right counter spell at the right time because they're not playing a ton of like actual, like non-creature spells.
Yes.
Blue Moon or the Moon part obviously doesn't do a whole lot. So.
Yeah, and like these blue-red decks, they do a lot of damage to themselves. Like you kind of have to fetch aggressively. So I think in game 2 I was like basically at 15 life starting.
Yeah, exactly.
You know where you want to be when it's drop, swing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Burn style decks always a challenge, and hard to sideboard, hard to metagame against. What is it?
Random
what do you call
jank. Annex whack.
Annex whack.
Mhm.
I dig it.
And whack. Sack and whack.
No, that's not what we're calling it. Just because that's
Go
what
back.
the deck title is on my on MTGO.
Yeah, this was a good time.
Yeah, thanks again for joining us.
Maybe I can come back for the rematch one day.
Absolutely. We got to get Kai Guy in here.
Yeah, that's right. Play against some of my decks. And
Yes. You can play the Blue Moon Mirror.
yeah, that's fun.
Oh, man. All right. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already, go and check out The Dive Down on all the good places you can find podcasts. And of course, if you haven't already, like and subscribe here as well. We definitely appreciate it, and we'll keep bringing you this solid modern content.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Real pleasure. Goodbye, High Ground Nation.
We'll figure that out eventually.
I have the high ground!